You wake up, and the first thing you feel isn't hope, it's a heavy weight on your chest, like a stone pressing down on your lungs, making each breath shallow. And deliberate, your mind races before your feet even touch the floor, spinning a relentless carousel of thoughts. Today's the day. Today things will finally shift. Today the universe will finally hear me. But deep down, beneath the hopeful mantras and the clenched fists of determination, you already know it won't, not the way you want it to. The change you're praying for feels like a mirage, always visible, always just out of reach. You've tried everything: prayer at 3 a.m., fingers trembling over beads, or a phone screen lit with devotionals, manifestation journals filled with meticulously outlined dreams, each entry a desperate attempt to coax the universe into action, side hustles that bled into your weekends and left you exhausted with just enough money to keep going, but never enough to feel secure. Budget spreadsheets that felt less like control and more like a confession of failure. You've worked until your hands bled, prayed until your voice cracked, and still nothing. The universe feels silent, like it's turned its back on you, like you're invisible to God, or worse, that God has forgotten your name entirely. This isn't your fault. You've been lied to, not by God, not by the universe, but by a system that profits from your struggle, a system that doesn't want you to know the truth, because your ignorance is its greatest asset. It's a cage, but not one made of steel bars or locked doors. This cage is woven from stress, from sleepless nights spent staring at the ceiling, while your bank account balance haunts you in the dark. It's the gnawing for that no matter how hard you try, no matter how many side gigs you take, on no matter how many affirmations you whisper into the mirror, you'll never break free. You'll always be one missed payment away from ruin. You'll always be chasing a carrot that's just out of reach. I know that weight. I know the way your stomach twists when the bills pile up like an unopened wound, the way your breath catches when you check your bank account after payday, only to find another overdraft fee lurking like a silent predator. The way you whisper to yourself at night, why isn't this working? What's wrong with me? The way you replay every mistake, every misstep, every time you said yes when you should have said no, as if your life is a ledger of failures you're doomed to repeat. There's nothing wrong with you. Your soul is not broken, but your brain is damaged. And that damage is the invisible barrier keeping abundance from reaching you. It's not a moral failing. It's not a lack of faith. It's not karma punishing you for some ancient sin. It's biology. It's a war being waged inside your skull. And the enemy is chronic stress, relentless grinding, soul-crushing stress that has physically reshaped your brain. The organ I'm talking about is called the hippocampus. It's a small seahorse-shaped sliver of your brain, tucked deep beneath the surface, nestled between your ears like a sacred vault. This isn't just any part of your anatomy. It's your antenna to abundance, your receiver for miracles, your direct line to the divine. The hippocampus is where your intuition lives, where your inner voice speaks, where the universe whispers back it's the bridge between your conscious mind and the infinite intelligence that governs all things. When it's healthy, it's a powerhouse. When it's damaged, it's like trying to tune into a radio station with a frayed wire, static interference. Nothing but white noise, but chronic stress has shrunk your hippocampus, made it weak, made it unable to pick up the frequency of wealth, joy, and divine timing. Every sleepless night, every unpaid bill, every toxic interaction at work or in your family has chipped away at this sacred organ, eroding its ability to connect you to the flow of life. And here's the soul-shattering truth. The higher powers have known this for decades. Intelligence agencies like the CIA have studied brainwave states for years, not to help people, not to heal, but to control, to weaponize. They discovered that people trapped in poverty operate in a frantic, fragmented energy called beta. Beta is the slave wave. It's the hamster wheel of stress where your brain is overloaded with cortisol, where you're always running but never arriving, where money slips through your fingers like. So no matter how tightly you clench your fists, it's a state of constant survival where your nervous system is stuck in fight or flight. And every decision feels like a life or death gamble. Meanwhile, the wealthy operate effortlessly in theta. Theta is the billionaire brain wave, a state of deep, calm intuition, and flow. Money finds them. Opportunities appear out of thin air. The universe aligns with their desires. They don't chase abundance. Abundance chases them. They're not in a state of lack. They are in a state of receiving. And the difference isn't their bank account, it's their brainwave state. You've been kept in the dark, trained to believe that hard work is the only path to success, that suffering is noble, that you must earn your blessings through toil and sacrifice, that wealth is a reward for those who endure the most pain. But the real slavery isn't debt. The real slavery is the belief that you must struggle to deserve ease, that abundance is something you have to fight for, bleed for, beg for, that joy is a luxury reserved for those who have suffered enough to earn it. This is the lie that keeps you trapped. This is the cage you've been conditioned to accept as normal. The deep reason you are going through this pain is specifically because of your shrunken hippocampus. That is the root cause, not your choices, not your character, not your worth. Your brain has been physically altered by years of stress. And until you heal it, no amount of positive thinking, no amount of manifestation, no amount of hustle will break the cycle. You can pray until your knees bleed, you can visualize your dream life until your vision blurs. But if your hippocampus is damaged, you're broadcasting struggle, you're receiving lack, and no amount of positive thinking will fix a broken antenna. Now, to understand how we truly heal this, let me take you deeper into the truth you were never meant to know. When your hippocampus is shrunk, it's not just about money, it's about your entire reality. You stop trusting your intuition, that quiet voice inside you that used to guide you. Now it's drowned out by the noise of anxiety, by the chorus of what ifs that never stops singing. You second guess every decision, replaying scenarios in your head like a broken record, always landing on the worst case outcome. You feel like life is happening to you, not for you. You pray, but the answers don't come. You visualize, but nothing shifts. The universe feels like a locked door, and you're standing outside with no key, knocking until your knuckles bleed. This is not karma. This is not a test from the universe. This is biology. Your brain is a radio transmitter and receiver. When it's damaged, the signal gets weak. You're tuned to the wrong frequency. You're stuck in beta, the slave wave, where every thought is a thread pulling you deeper into survival mode. You're broadcasting struggle, you're receiving lack, and no amount of positive thinking, no amount of affirmations, no amount of sheer willpower will fix a broken antenna. The good news: your hippocampus can regrow, and you don't need years of therapy or expensive treatments or a miracle from God. You just need the right frequency, the right sound wave to rewire your brain back to its natural state of theta, back to the billionaire brain wave, back to the frequency where abundance is not a dream, but a lived experience. Sound healing has been used for millennia by ancient cultures who understood the power of vibration, but modern science has finally caught up. Studies published in journals like Nature Neuroscience and Frontiers in Human Neuroscience have shown that specific sound waves can stimulate neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rebuild itself. They can regrow your hippocampus. They can shift you from beta to theta. They can unlock the abundance that's been waiting for you all along. This isn't magic, it's neuroscience, it's physics. It's the same principle that allows a tuning fork to resonate when struck. Your brain responds to specific frequencies by reorganizing itself. When you expose your brain to the right sounds, it begins to rebuild, it begins to heal, it begins to remember its natural state of flow. The 7-minute sound ritual isn't just another meditation. It's not a placebo. It's not a placebo wrapped in spiritual language. It's a neurosurgical tool disguised as sound. It uses precise frequencies, delta, theta, alpha waves engineered to melt away stress, to dissolve the cortisol that's been eroding your hippocampus, to rebuild the neural pathways that connect you to abundance. It's not about positive thinking. It's about rewiring your brain at a cellular level. One session, and you'll feel it. The tightness in your chest will loosen, the fog in your mind will clear, money will appear in unexpected ways. A refund you forgot about, a bonus you didn't see coming, a client who pays early just because they can. Your intuition will sharpen like a blade, cutting through the noise of doubt to show you the path forward. The universe will finally start talking back to you, not in grand gestures, but in subtle signs, in serendipitous encounters, in opportunities that feel too perfect to be coincidences. You don't need to work harder. You don't need to suffer more. You don't need to grind yourself into the ground in the name of hustle culture. You just need to heal the organ that's been blocked all along, the hippocampus, your direct line to God, to abundance, to the life you were born to live. The sound is waiting for you at the link in the description. It's not a product, it's not a gimmick. It's a blessing, a tool of liberation, a key to the cage you didn't even know you were in. It's the difference between praying for a miracle and living in one. Accept this help, not because I'm asking you to, but because your soul is screaming for it, because deep down you know you were meant for more than this, because you deserve peace, you deserve money that flows to you effortlessly. You deserve a life where abundance isn't a struggle, but a natural state, where joy isn't a distant memory, but a daily experience, where the universe doesn't just hear you, it responds. Click the link. Now let the sound wave rewire your brain. Let your hippocampus regrow. Let the universe flood back into your life. You are not stuck, you are not broken. You are simply waiting for the right frequency to set you free. The cage you feel isn't made of metal. It's made of stress. It's made of fear. It's made of a brain that's forgotten how to receive. But that cage has a door, and the key is sound. Click the link in the description right now and change your life. Today, the universe is waiting. Your hippocampus is ready. All you have to do is listen.